Okay, so we're just talking in general about what do we do with this situation when we find the target note. What do you do when you find the target note? Again, you decide what you want to do. So if you're on the 6 and you find your target note there, or say the A note, and you want to count up, so you're going to go to the right 7 root 2. Okay, but if you want to look at it in string shapes, okay, we have the note is in between. The target note is shared by the A shape 5 6, and it's shared by the G shape 6 7 root. So if we play the G shape and we want to go to the next shape up, the fifth of G is D. So we've got to go all the way up to this D shape, and this E is going to be the isolating note. That's just a label, but that's going to be the bookend isolating note. So we go 6 7 root 2 3 4. If we want to use cage, then we'll just be able to go up one note, because you've got, say we've got the G shape 6 7 root, and then we're going to go to the E shape 7 root 2. So we've really only climbed up one note there. If we want to save time and we want to get up on the scale there, we got to go in fifths going to the right and fourths going to the left. So if we're going down, by the way, anytime you're going in fourths, which is from the top strings down, and from the from a string shape to the left, if you're going in fourths going down, then it pays to count the scale tones backwards. So it would be root 7 6 in the G shape. Okay, the fourth of G is C shape, so then we're going to go to 5 4 3, and here's your C shape. Well, that's how that works. So again, moving along, we've got all the shapes covered in this one gigantic fretboard. We have our 3 4, which both of these notes, and they're covered in the same string pattern pair. The D shape goes to the C shape. D, C they both share the third and the fourth. So right there. But there's more to it than that. Because remember we made our D build, or did we make a D build today? So we would start on the 2 and then we start building from there. So we've got the 2 3 4 5 6 7 root 2, 3 4 5 6 7 root, and then up to the D shape again, 2 3 4. And keep in mind what these shapes are. Keep in mind what they are. They're over here. Here's the cage link string patterns. The D shape right here is 2 3 4. The C shape is 3 4 5. So I didn't show the individual cage shapes necessarily. Yes, I did. They're right here. They're just not singled out as the 5. If we don't look at the extra S2L that's stacked up there, here's our 5 shapes, just reviewing them. The C shape's 3 4 5, the G shape is 6 7 root, the D shape's 2 3 4, the A shape's 5 6, and the E shape's 7 root 2. And you just build them, build one on top of the other to get our 5 cage shapes. So back here, looking at the DC shape with the 3 4, we got our D shape 2 3 4. We got our C shape 3 4 5. But now the notes, the shared notes, are brought out in the flag colors kind of thing. So this is important, so that whether we want to target the 3 or the 4, we're going to be in the C shape or the D shape. So let's say we want to play the third, that E shape. I can do it down here. E is the third of C. We can go 3 4 5 or 4 3 2. That's kind of, low. That's where there are. We're not going to target the 3 4. We're going to target the 4th or the 3rd. Okay, so we're targeting the 4th. Remember that it's part of the C shape, so it'll go. right, so that's a C shape right there. Now in the C box, in the C shape right here, in the C box right here, that's our C box right there. What's this C, E, G? The E means the fourth. This is 1, 4, 5. It's a tripentatonic cage. So it would be a C-shaped C, 5 root 3, 5 root 3. It would be an E-shaped fourth. So that fourth is going to be F in the key of C, but it could be anything. It could be any key. So, I mean, it could be a C-shaped D, and then the fourth would be an E-shaped G. So it would be an E-shaped fourth there. All right, so here's our E-shaped fourth, root 4, 6. Okay, so what's root 4, 6? In the key of C, root is C, 4 is F, and 6 is A. So there it is a second inversion fourth, and then G-shaped fifth. Okay, we can do that in root in the G shape, 5, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2, G, B, and D. So we've got all of that just in the C cage. We're not missing anything, but that's a little mention on the usage of the 4, as opposed to just saying this is going to be the third, and we can do these wonderful things such as 3, 4, 5, or 3 or 4, 3, 2. So just remember that that's 2 notes shared there, and which note you're on. You have to call it which note it is, or determine which note it is by what key people are playing in. So that takes a little bit of experience. So from the DC here, and then we have the last one. I don't seem to be able to get this one. The last guy is up here, which is the GE shape, which is the 7 root shared shape. So we have here, we have G 6 7 root G string shape, and we have the E 6 7 7 root 2 E string shape. They're cage linked, and they share the 7 root. You build from there. If you're going to build up, fifth of G is D, fifth of D is A, fifth of A is E, fifth of E is the augmented fifth, it goes to C, and then fifth of C again is G. Same thing over here, the other side. Fifth of E is B, but it's an augmented B. It's an augmented fifth, so it goes to C. Fifth of C is G. Fifth of G is D. Fifth of D is A. Fifth of A is E. So you have this whole build from there, and you have all the shared notes in there. So you can use this as like a playing chart. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you need to do in this. You got ED, let's say, and somebody's playing the root. What would the root be there? Well, what if the root is F? Okay, so if that's your root key on the 3rd string, so here's your F on the 3rd string. All right, and then from there we know from the chart here we've got an E shape and a G shape caged link. So we've got this thing going on. Now that's just your E shape there, but you can go to the G shape. Okay, and obviously from there you can also do all the wonderful things from that G shape by going up to the E shape, the D shape. Let's see, yeah, that G shape goes up to D. Okay, we're gonna close the lesson early today. Thanks for watching. Some of the lessons have the Facebook group link, and I'll be like to see